News is brought to you in high definition exclusively by Harper Auto Square. You are watching WBIR TV, Channel 10, Knoxville. The news starts now.
We start with two breaking news stories this afternoon. A lockdown has been lifted at Carpenter's Elementary and middle schools after a scare this morning. According to the Blount County Sheriff's Office, a man in a black hoodie tried to enter an exterior door to a 5th grade classroom. It happened around 10:30 this morning. The schools were placed on soft lockdown. Law enforcement used dogs to search the area nearby. The man has not been found, but the lockdown is lifted. Another story breaking this hour, the ropes course at Imes Nature Center will reopen 3 months after a man died there. The course is run by Navitat Canopy Adventures. The company's CEO says state regulators gave the approval for the course to reopen yesterday. He says Navitat did not make any big changes to the course itself, but they did choose a different type of harness lanyard. That is the piece of safety equipment that got caught around 18-year-old Gregory Horan's neck in July. He died a week later. An autopsy showed he died from a pre-existing heart condition complicated by the accidental hanging. The course will reopen tomorrow morning at 10. We'll have more on the changes that have been made since that incident tonight at 6. New plans for one of Knoxville's most visited parks. The project has been in the works for a couple of years, but now an official expansion outline is on the table for Lakeshore Park. WBIR 10 News reporter Kelsey Pape shows us how it comes with a hefty price tag. Thanks, Kelsey. Construction on Phase 1 is expected to begin in March of 2016. The Knox County School Boards is deadlocked over a proposed policy. It would let the Board of Education have input and review the dismissal of non-tenured teachers. The board could not come to an agreement about what revisions, if any, it would like to make at last night's meeting. The board has spent months going back and forth about the proposed policy. The discussions come as dozens of teachers voice concerns about the non-renewal process on their contracts. Currently, if a teacher is not tenured, the superintendent can choose to not renew a contract without reason. Members are expected to talk more about the matter in December. Officials found a child reported missing from Alabama 13 years ago safe in Ohio. The child was 5 years old when he disappeared in 2002. Police suspected his father, who did not have custody, may have taken the boy. This week, the FBI's Cleveland office said they found the missing child and arrested his father. The boy is now 18 years old. Officials say the discovery was found when the boy began applying to colleges and encountered problems verifying his Social Security number. Reports say a school counselor looked into the problem and found the information in the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children database. The United States and Britain suspect a bomb brought down a Russian passenger jet in Egypt. The crash killed 224 people. Intelligence reports indicate a device placed on the Russian charter jet caused it to break up in midair Saturday. A U.S. source told NBC News investigators suspect ISIS operatives or sympathizers were involved, possibly having a baggage handler plant a device. This is not a huge concern in the U.S., where experts say security makes it extremely difficult to get explosives on board, and it is still possible this plane suffered mechanical failure. The plane's black box will tell more. Officials are now investigating the wife and son of an Illinois police officer who police say carefully staged his suicide. Investigators say Lieutenant Charles Joseph Glinowitz killed himself and made it look like a suspect shot him. Authorities believe it was to conceal extensive criminal acts that included stealing and laundering money from a police program for young people. Vice President Joe Biden is in Nashville today. He arrived just a few minutes ago. The vice president is expected to speak during the annual gathering of the National League of Cities. He will speak at the Music City Center sometime between 1:30 and 3:15 today. We'll have more on his visit tonight at 5. Numbers released today show the U.S. national debt had the largest daily increase in its history yesterday. In total, the debt shot up to a record $339.1 billion. That beat the previous record by $10 billion after the government shutdown ended in 2013. In total, the Treasury Department says the debt now stands at more than $18.5 trillion. Republican lawmakers released a report this week. It found the Department of Defense has paid millions of dollars in taxpayer money for heartwarming tributes to soldiers at pro sporting events. NBC's Jay Gray has details on the report. A letter from the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says the league is now auditing contracts between each team and any branch of military, and if inappropriate payments are found, the money will be refunded in full. Donald Trump and Martin O'Malley already did it today. 3 other presidential candidates will be in New Hampshire. They are there to file papers for the state's presidential primary in February. Marco Rubio, Carly Fiorina, and Bernie Sanders all expected to do that today. NASA is making a big announcement in just a few hours. They're going to talk about key scientific findings from its Mars exploration. We are expected to learn new details about the red planet's atmosphere. NASA's Director of Planetary Science, Jim Green, is going to speak today at 2. In September, NASA announced that there's evidence of flowing water on Mars. We have heard that petting dogs and cats can be therapeutic, but can a farm animal do the same thing? The answer is all in this video. We'll explain how a goat is helping heal the mind later. Plus, when fast food workers are planning to hold the largest nationwide strike and what they are demanding.